Hey everybody, welcome to another action-packed, exciting episode of Scotty's Record Shop. Before we get to the subject at hand, I want to say hello to anybody who's new to Scotty's Record Shop. Welcome. Uh, Having kind of a rainy, dreary day here where I am located in northern New England. A very muggy day, too. I don't want to whine too much about the mugginess because I know that some of my viewers down south are like, you don't even know what mugginess is, buddy. I get that. But still, I know womp womp, as one of my younger daughters would say, womp womp, right? It's muggy and it's dreary, and it's a beautiful day to do this particular ranking. I'm going to be ranking the studio albums of the Doors. Now, going to put some limitations on this. As usual, no compilations, no live albums. There's a ton of them, aren't there? And I'm also going to do the cutoff point at 1971. Now, my reasoning behind this is because technically the three albums that were done after Jim Morrison died, if you know, if you look at them, they're not. An American Prayer kind of feels like a Doors album, sort of, in a weird way. But the two that came out immediately after, within 71 and 72, I think they came out, after Jim died, I have them, but they just don't feel the same. All three of those albums are going to rank at the bottom. I've watched a few other people's rankings, and they did the same thing. It was like they were at the bottom. So it's like, not going to waste my time. We're going to rank the 6 studio albums, and I'll be honest with you, with this particular ranking, it was really hard. I mean, I love the Doors. They're not my favorite band, but I kind of really feel the same way about their albums, equally about their albums. So picking, it's hard. I feel pretty much the same way about each one of them. They're different to some extent, but I like them equally. So this was tough for me. Your opinions, and your list may be different. This is my list. As always, we always say this, but you're welcome to share your list or your opinions down in the comments, and I'd appreciate that. Alrighty, number 6. I hate putting this at number 6. We got to start somewhere, right? And this is not a bad album at all, but something's got to be at the bottom. Waiting for the Sun, 1968. This is just for the heck of it. I mean, I don't know how well you can see it. This is an original pressing. A lot of these, there's only one that's not an original pressing. This is a great album. There's nothing wrong with this album. In fact, not to the album, but to the single, Hello, I Love You. I have a very close, like affiliation, whatever the word would be, to that single, because as a very young child, and I mean a very young child, I remember either my brother or my sister, probably my brother, having that single with Love Street on the flip side, and I mean, I'm talking like 3 years old, probably remember that, around 69ish or so. And just him playing that in our bedroom and thinking, man, that's just a great song, even at like 3 or 4. So I mean, this is ingrained in me. There's tons of great stuff on this LP. So just because it's at the bottom doesn't mean that it's bad, right? None of these are bad. So anyway, at number 6, I rank Waiting for the Sun. By the way, the song Waiting for the Sun is not on the album Waiting for the Sun. How weird. I don't know why. Maybe one of you smarty pants out there would know why. It actually appeared on number 5. Morrison Hotel. After the Soft Parade, they decided to kind of strip things down and go more towards the blues direction. It's again a great album. On the this direction, on the Big E Elektra label, of course. Roadhouse Blues is on here, and of course Waiting for the Sun is on here. I don't know why. Great album. Again, I sound like a broken record, but none of these are bad. You just have to rank them. I mean, I would really be curious to see how you guys rank these. So, but anyway, at number 5 in my list, Morrison Hotel. Okay. Moving onward and upwards. Some people rank this towards the bottom. I'm ranking it in the middle because I love this album. I love the fact that the Doors actually took a chance and really went in a completely different direction with this album. This album has a lot of orchestration in it, has different styles of music, and I love that. I love that they did that. Again, on the Big E, that's the original pressing of the Soft Parade. What a wonderful album. Touch Me, a great song. And that's the hit single that if everybody knows off this album, but Wishful Sinful, Wild Child. This is just a killer album. And I think that the diversity that was on here kind of freaked people out in 1969. And but like I said, I respect it. I think it's a wonderful listen. Alrighty, moving upwards. This is the only one that's not an original pressing. This is a mid-70s pressing. Every time I see this, of course, has that cutout. Every time I see it, especially up here in Maine, it's like $20, and it's like it's all that this area around here is all kind of ripped up, and I want a nice clean copy. This is kind of funny. I paid $3.99 for this, and this is another one of these mid-80s down in Boston purchases, but this is the mid-70s, and just so people who don't know want to know, if you want to know, if you care, that's what the Elektra label looked like in the mid-70s. Similar to, the lighting isn't all that good. The early Butterfly labels were darker than the mid to late 70s or mid 70s. This is a much lighter label, so that's how I kind of get an indication. I can't see runoff grooves and things like that. I can't see what's in the dead wax because of my vision. Sometimes I just have to go by what the label looks like. So my guess, obviously no barcode on the back either. My guess that this is a mid-70s pressing. It sounds great. Nothing wrong with that. Sounds fantastic. Someday I will put this back in here. Maybe I won't. I'll wait. Someday I will get an original pressing of that. Okay, that was number 4. Actually, that was number 3 on our way up. Number 2, Strange Days. This album, LA Woman and Strange Days, kind of bounce back and forth. It just depends on what kind of a mood I'm in. If I'm in more of a bluesy kind of a mood, then LA Woman does it for me. If I'm in more of a psychedelic mood, and I personally think this is probably their most psychedelic album that they ever issued. This is, again, an original pressing on that tan kind of Elektra label. I have a couple of pressings of this, and one Elektra label is lighter tan than this kind of a brownish kind of tannish. I don't know what color you'd call it, but this is the one that I pulled. They're both original. But anyway, what can I say about this album? Psychedelic. They got a couple of hits off of here. People Are Strange. This is a great album. I've got to be in the mood for this album. I've got to be in the mood for some really. I got to be in a psychedelic kind of mood, or this just does not work for me. So anyway, at number 2, okay, Strange Days. Number 1 is. I almost hate putting this at number 1 because everybody puts it at number 1, but it really is. It just is what it is, and it's the first Doors album, 1967. Again, just a fantastic album. If you want to know what the Doors were all about, especially for the first couple years, 3 years, this is it. This is an original pressing again. I don't believe this is a, people go, well, you need the Monarch pressing of this. Monarch pressing plant. I can't see the runoff. I can't see if it is or not. I've had this for years. It sounds good to me. It's a stereo pressing. And it sounds good to me, so even if it's not a Monarch pressing, it's okay with me. Um, Fantastic album. My favorite Doors album. Most of the time. I know that sounds crazy, but there were times where some of these other albums, I'm just more in the mood for Strange Days, or I'm more in the mood for the Soft. Believe it or not, there are times where I would rather listen to the Soft Parade than this, just because, they're all wonderful. That's it. But this is my favorite, I think, for today, the Doors, and that's my run through of the Doors studio discography. Let me know again what you think, what you'd put at number one. Do you think I'm a little crazy for putting Soft Parade a little higher than some of you would? That's okay. That's what this is all about. It's my list. Share yours. While you're at it, please like and subscribe and share. Let everybody know that Scotty's Record Shop is back in town and I'm making videos again, and I want to try to get this channel to grow a little bit, and I'd appreciate your help. Okay? Until next time, everybody, peace and love.